Okay, so today we are that I'm telling you now. So first wait. Last time also you went right into my mouth and shot the gun without telling anybody.
So how would it go in your mouth? Are you eating?
Okay, so I was going to say before Ahan interrupted me, we're going to see a game which ended with premature resignation. What do you think is premature resignation?
Resigning when you have a hope to win or to draw at least.
Yeah, resigning when it's not completely gone. Like when there is hope, like
Like
Ahan
when
said.
when you're like a rook, when you're a rook now, but it's still the opening.
It is lost. If you're playing at the top level, that's lost. It's gone.
If
Then
you're
resigning is gone.
intermediate, it's not gone.
In an intermediate, you can still try. Advanced, it's gone. Rook up means it's probably gone.
What about a
But
knight up?
Then you play on. At the top level, knight up is gone. Resignation is sensible there. I am saying resigning when the position is not actually lost. When the position is winning
When you
or
have counter.
drawing.
So whose game is
Counterplay, see whether you have counterplay or not, it might still be lost. I am saying it's not lost. If the position is lost and you resign, that's what we call premature
It's
resignation.
not
So
due
we
to counterplay. So who plays game?
no, not due to counterplay. It's not lost because it's not lost. Counterplay is not the only reason somebody might not be lost. There are different ways for. Yeah, we're going to see two IMs play. I don't know the names actually. It's just a game that
So
happened
what
in
the-
1900. Ahan, learn to be quiet.
Oh, wait.
Instead of randomly saying this and that, please be quiet and let others focus. You need to stop talking non-stop. Okay. So white player started with e4. The black player played c5. What is the name of the opening, Ayun?
Sicilian.
Sicilian?
Sicilian.
The Sicilian defense. Okay, fine. Is Sicilian the most popular opening for black?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is. It's the most popular opening for black. Most black players play c5. If you consider all the chess players in the world.
So people say this is the best opening for black.
Yeah, that's why people play it. Because it's one of the best.
So got selected for inter-school chess tournament.
Okay, and many people did. So good, congratulations. Now you need to prepare properly. For preparing, you need to play games.
I play every day in chess.
Chess.com. Leeches.
Leeches.
Playing chess.com. I'm updating your chess.com rating. You're playing in Leeches.
Practice.
Okay, knight f3.
Sir, it doesn't want his points.
Now let's focus here. e6. Hello, Ved.
Hello.
Now, those who have played against the Sicilian know the next move for white. White has only one good move here. Who can find out?
Sir,
Ved, please take your seat. Yes, Ashvik.
Sir,
Anywhere on the sofa, anywhere. First, you need to settle down. Yeah, Ashvik.
Sir, either this is the C4 or D4.
You tell me one move. What will you play?
Sir, I will play D4.
D4. Rayansh?
Sir, bishop to B5.
B5. Okay. So many moves are fine. You can play knight c3, bishop out, d3 and all that. But the only good move here for white is d4. Because you need to have the open d5 if you are playing against Sicilian to have play. So d4 was played. Now of course black would take it. And then knight will take back. All this happened. Knight f6 attacking the pawn. So we should play. Vihan, what should white do?
White will play pawn to f3.
If you play pawn to f3, you're opening up your king too much. That's not an ideal thing to do. One second. Patience. Let me ask Ahan.
So pawn e5.
Pawn e5. Also not ideal because the knight can go to can't go to
So
g5.
then you-
Knight d5. The pawn will just be weak. It does no support. If you play f4, king will be a bit open.
But sir, after that you can attack it with bishop b4.
Bishop, which bishop? Bishop
C4,
c4.
C4, sir,
I'll move the knight, attacking your bishop. Your pawn is just weak. So e5, while it's okay, it's not the ideal response. 1 second, Rayansh, patience. I'm talking to somebody, right? So please wait for it to be over. So let me ask Shaurya
So move the knight to c3.
and Rayansh.
So queen to e2.
Queen e2 is too early for the queen. You don't want the queen to come out so early and it's blocking the bishop. So when the best move is just knight c3. What Shaurya did. Yeah, just bring out the knight. The most basic thing in chess, right?
Piano
Just bring out. What happened?
So the joke of piano is in.
So knight c3 was played. Black played knight c6. Knight went to b5. There is a small threat of knight d6. Bishop can take, but queen will take back and king can't castle easily. Yeah. So he played d6, stopping knight d6. Now, of course, this is not possible. Queen will take or bishop will take. Yeah. So pawn to d6, and now
Whose game are we watching?
bishop. We're seeing two IM's game, international masters game. We don't know the names.
So
Just a game. Bishop to f4.
No, sir,
Now,
okay.
yes.
When the pawn is about to move to d6, which I think the better move would be d5.
d5. Takes. Yeah, d5 is also possible. Yeah, d5 is a bit more controlling the sender, I
Although,
suppose.
sir,
Yeah.
It's kind of weakening the king.
No, but king will castle in 2 moves. So if you cannot get to the king, it's fine. So d5, the only problem is bishop f4. And now there's a threat of knight c7. How will you stop it? But you can play e5. Yeah, it's still fine. d5 is okay. No, but d5, I will take, you will take, and then I'll play bishop f4. So just that your pawn becomes weak, king is fine, and c7 square is going to be vulnerable. So instead of that, he played d6. Better choice. d5 you can prepare and play afterwards. So now, after d6,
Soft.
bishop f4 happened. So now let me ask Arav, what is white's threat?
Right? Thread is to capture the pawn on d6.
So that means what should black do with?
Sir, black should
Ahan, please keep the pen down.
try to leak.
Yeah.
The leaking
Black should
stress.
play. Are you telling what pen is it? Queen to d7. What?
Queen to d7. That's just blundering the pawn. Now you can take or bishop can take. There are 3 attackers. Arav just told you there's a threat. You're ignoring the threat. 2 defenders are already there. You're adding no extra defender. Hello, Mr. CSK.
Sir, I misplaced that.
Okay.
What is
Yeah, that's a CSK jersey, right?
So I'm actually killed the
Oh my god. Who has found the move for black in this position? Let's ask Arav. Nobody else has found it? Okay, Ryan just found it. Arav?
Knight to e5.
Knight to e5.
That doesn't really
Yeah, he's blocking the bishop. No, you're removing the third attacker. So that is sensible. What is Ryan saying? You were raising Anna?
Yeah. Sir, pawn to e5.
Yeah, the most sensible thing is to just push the pawn.
Yeah, but
Knight
sir,
e5 is okay. Yeah, what happens?
so when he played knight to e5, that's actually
knight
not
e5.
a good move.
Why not?
So when you take, if
I
you
take back.
so then the queen will take on these.
King takes back.
So then you cannot castle anymore.
That doesn't make it
So
bad.
the knight takes
King doesn't need to castle. It's an endgame after that.
So-
Queens are not there.
so-
It's slightly better for white. Doesn't mean it's bad for black. Slightly bad.
So I have a
One
question
second,
about what Ashwik said.
Hmm.
So knight e5, bishop takes,
Pawn
pawn
takes.
takes,
Hmm.
queen takes that.
King takes.
So after that, can't you just take with the knight so you can also
Take what with the knight?
the queen, the white queen with the knight.
Oh, you mean knight takes back?
And then after castling, you
Yeah.
Those
No,
are-
if you play knight takes back, then fork.
Oh.
Knight c7 and your
No, sir,
rook is
but
gone.
The knight
And so
is
it's also
also
under-
taken.
1% at a time.
But
Yeah.
the knight is already taken.
Oh yeah, knight e5 is already played. There's no knight on c6. So there's no
Oh.
knight. So knight e5 takes, and it's slightly better for white. Praneeth.
Sir, I had a question regarding Ponzi and opening, okay?
We'll get to that afterwards, after this game. So here, e5 is the most sensible thing to do, attacking the bishop. So e5 happened. Ahan, please keep the pen down. You're trying everything to leak the pen.
Sir, I'm not leaking.
You are doing this, you're eating it. You're doing everything possible. Then can you keep it down? If something has already happened one time, the common sense thing to do would be not to try and repeat it.
So I'm not trying to repeat.
What you're doing is exactly that.
So I'm holding the pencil.
No, that is not called holding. That's not holding. Holding is what you're doing right now. What you're doing till now is not holding. So please keep it down. So pawn d6, pawn e5. The bishop has to move. Bishop went to g5, pinning the knight. What should black do? Anybody?
So that's
Wave.
bishop e7.
Bishop e7 is good. h6 was raised earlier. That's also fine. He played a6, attacking this knight. There's too much pressure on this. So.
So that's also good.
Kicking the knight. So yeah, that's also good. Bishop takes pawn happened. How do we take back?
With the queen and the queen.
Okay. Anybody saying pawn?
No, sir.
I have played that, but I
Okay.
prefer queen.
Fine.
Sir, because if the king castles, then it will be open.
Okay. So,
So not side.
anybody saying pawn at all? Nobody saying
Yes,
pawn.
I am.
You're saying pawn.
Yeah.
Why?
So if you take with the queen, then that lovely little fork will happen. and
Exactly.
you will just
You have to keep your mind open, guys. You cannot keep your mind stuck on one thing. If I take with the pawn, king will be opened when I castle. That's the only thing that matters. If you take with the queen, you're lost. Rook is gone. That is more important, right? So you can't play queen takes. That would be a blunder. So we have to be alert in all positions.
Rook will be active.
No, you can play rook g and activate it, but that's not the point. Point is you can't play queen takes. Unless, of course, Rajveer, you can come and have a seat. Because knight 7 will win the game, win the rook. So you have to play pawn takes. So we cannot be stuck on like tradition. Like I will never take with the queen. I'll never take with the g pawn. I'll always take with the queen. That you cannot do. You have to be flexible according to the position. So pawn takes pawn happened. Knight to a3, knight came back. b5
That's
happened.
not a good score for the knight now.
But where would you suggest? Can you tell me a good square for this knight, Shavya? Please do the honors. A7, C7, D6, where? So you have to go back now. It's not like knight cannot say I have no good square, I won't move. If you don't move, I will take you. So knight has to go there. So now
You don't go there.
black played B5. Now let me ask Praneeth, what is the threat, if any, from black?
Black.
Yeah. Silence, please. One second, first let Praneeth decide. Praneeth's danger alert is not working. Let's ask, not Shauri, Shauri was speaking. Rayansh.
Sir, then black to queen a5 and will make a pin.
That's not a threat to pin, fine. Let him make a pin. What's the problem? If Shauri is going to pin my knight, I'll say, okay,
So
fine.
what about applying?
One second. Let me ask Ashwik.
Sir, b4. Pawn
Agree, both of you?
Yes, sir.
Agree or not?
Yes, sir.
Shaurya?
Agree.
Okay. B4 is a threat. The guy has just played B5.
Fork.
First, see your opponent's last move. Na? B4 wins a piece.
Yes.
So let me ask Ahan, what will you play for white?
So
Ahan.
a5 only. Because
A5?
the knight is so queen a5 because
You will
the
play
knight-
another move for black. Excellent.
So it's white's move.
Black is just played. I'm asking you, what should white do?
Oh.
The threat is B4, not Queen A5. If it is black's turn, of course you play B4. Why would you play Queen A5? So what should white do is the question.
So let's see. So let's see.
Of course you can see. It's fine.
So I'm thinking.
And you can think without talking, na?
So b4.
Why do you have to say
Pawn b4.
pawn to B4, blundering a pawn?
Better than losing a knight, sir.
So there's no defense.
So the pawn is
One
already
second,
at
one
b4.
second, one
The
second.
pawn's already at b4.
Patience.
So the pawn's already at b4.
How is pawn on B4?
So he played before, right?
Who played B4? He played B4. Did I play
The pawn
B4?
before, sir.
When did pawn go to B4? From here it went directly to B4. So black won in one move.
So he told him what to play when the pawn is on b4.
Ashvik, learn to understand what is going on. What did black play just now?
So b5.
Then how is pawn on B4? What are you talking about? Black is threatening pawn B4. I'm asking what should white do now? So, Ahan, one second. See, just because you're about to lose a knight doesn't mean giving up a pawn is the best answer. You're saying giving up a pawn is better than losing a knight. Of course it is. But who's asking you to lose a pawn? Nobody's asking you to lose a knight. You don't have to give up a pawn by free will. You have to defend the threat. That's what we're supposed to do. Not throw away pieces. So if you don't have a move, you have to think. Not throw pieces away. So B4 is a terrible move. And bad mindset, giving away stuff just to stop another piece getting taken. Let me ask Arif.
Sir, knight to e2.
Yeah, we just have to move the knight. Simple as that. One of the knights. Either knight B1 or knight B2. But there is a better place for the knight to move.
Knight d5.
Yeah, knight D5. Of course, knight D5. Why go back? Why go to E2 when you can go to D5? So knight d5 happened. Black played bishop to g7, developing the bishop and defending f6 from future threats. White played bishop d3, activating the bishop, and black played knight e7, challenging this knight.
Sir, white
Challenge.
Huh?
White should castle.
White should castle, huh? You can, but first he played knight takes knight. Queen took back, of course,
Then it's so.
and now c4. So white is delaying castling by a little bit. He believes there is more important. Please sit. How can you? You can move yourself place. No?
So
Hand
how
sit
can I
still.
move my-
No, but you can sit in one place instead of leaning like this. You can sit properly. Then you're not disturbing it. So c4 was played, and now black played f5, opening up the bishop, opening up this bishop, pawn break basically. But wait, can't the pawn take it? Is it a free pawn? What happens after pawn takes, guys? Yes, Shaurya?
So the pawn takes the water.
The bishop? What bishop?
The bishop on C.
Fine. Bishop where?
Bishop to
CF? First, you decide what you want to say.
Bishop to F5.
If pawn takes, bishop takes. If bishop will take the bishop, you want to blundering a bishop for free.
Sir, there's no trick like this.
Pawn takes pawn. Black doesn't have to lose a pawn for free. Black can play something. What is it? If pawn takes this pawn, what can black do?
So whose move is it?
If white takes the pawn, what can black do? What do you mean? Whose move is it? Understand the question properly, na? Yes, Ashvik?
So pawn takes.
Huh.
So okay. Wait, I thought it was pawn.
Okay,
So pawn takes.
Huh.
Pawn E4.
Exactly. Black will play pawn push. If white takes the pawn, black will push his pawn. Bishop has to move, and then black will take the pawn, not directly.
So no, sir.
What happens?
You can instead of taking the pawn, you can play bishop takes b2.
Bishop takes b2.
After
Oh, this then yeah, that is also there, right? So pawn takes, pawn takes would be winning for black. Very good point. If white takes the pawn e4 is two threats. This bishop is hanging, and this pawn plus knight plus rook. That's another threat.
And also that pawn is also that one.
That's the extra pawn. So definitely white cannot take that pawn. White castled. Black also castled. You might think that's not safe, but it's better than staying in the center. And this side is completely open, so at least that is safe. So castles, castles.
Move the knight.
The knights. Why should you move the knight?
Or the rook to B1.
Why should you do?
Protect the pawn.
How is the pawn hanging?
Like,
Is it?
if any threat comes.
If it comes, then we'll deal with it. Now, why do you have to deal with it now? Right now, there is no threat, so you don't have to move the knight or rook right now. You can see what is best for your position. You can't take, of course. That's still not possible. So he plays queen e2, activating the queen. So queen e2.
So bishop to B7.
He played pawn takes pawn first. Knight took back,
So
and now rook b8, attacking b2, but it's defended for now. So rook b8.
also with the queen.
Now he took the pawn on f5, because now e4. What happened?
Nothing.
Okay, he plays e4. Bishop can just take it. This pawn is defended by the knight and the queen. So e4 is no longer possible. So bishop has to take back, right after takes on f5.
So then bishop will
He
take-
played d5. He didn't take back. Well, you can't take back, right?
Yeah.
Bishop is defended.
Yes.
So e4 is also not possible. So he plays d5, attacking the knight. Now he wants e4, and then he'll take, right? So d5, the knight is attacked. The knight went to e3, defending it again. So even after e4, you can't take.
So defending it and threatening to take.
Yeah, threatening the d5 pawn. Yes,
Sir,
Rajveer?
Knight can take the E5 pawn.
d5 pawn.
E5.
Okay, you
The
take
knight
d-
was there.
Oh, okay. Here,
Yes, sir. Knight.
it's defended twice. That will be a blunder. You lose a piece. So this is not a pawn. This is a looks like a tall pawn, but it's a bishop. So knight e3. It's knight e3 attacking d5. He plays rook to d8, defending the pawn. And now white picks up one more pawn. Bishop takes a6.
Sir, bishop will take.
Whose
Yeah,
bishop will
queen
take? Queen will take. take. Don't stop your thinking after one move. Ahan, can you sit in one place instead of moving here, there? So bishop takes, queen takes, happen. So what is white up by, guys?
2 points.
Yeah, 2 pawns. It's 2 pawns up. But yeah, 2 pawns up. But black has got a nice sender. Pass pawn over here, and it's running. And there's a pawn hanging here as well.
So one
So-
pawn, sir.
Because black can take, or because you can't count.
So one.
You can't count.
No,
Okay.
no matter.
Yeah.
So 2.5.
What is 2
Because
points?
the bishop is worth 5.
Bishop is not worth. No, bishop is not worth 3.5. There is no such thing.
So what is
Bishop
better?
is slightly better. It depends on the position. So this position, yeah, please. What are you doing, Shaurya?
Playing with the piece.
I understood that. That's why I'm asking him. Na? Okay.
Okay. Sir, my mouth is told the answer.
Okay. Now, this position, like Ayun said, bishop is better than the knight. You could say, because there are pawns on both sides,
And
pass
so the
pawns.
diagonal is
So bishop is
blue.
slightly better. How much better depends on the situation. You cannot straightforward say it's 0.5 better than the knight.
So
It's
next
not
move
that
would
easy.
be pawn to e4.
Pawn to
So
e4 or d4, either
So
move.
what is the
Or
engine?
take the pawn.
So
No?
what is the engine says?
Engine I don't know. I'm not seeing the engine. I'm just seeing the game. So here, after this, e4 happened.
My move.
Opening the bishop up. Rook went to d1. There is no need of reactions like that. Please behave. So rook to d1,
Okay.
attacking the d pawn.
So free pawn on b2.
Yeah, that's always there. He can take it anytime.
Anytime.
But if you take it now, you will lose the d pawn. So you don't want to lose that
Plus
pawn.
attacking the queen.
Yeah.
How do you lose the
No, sir, I don't.
Because while you just take it, that's how.
Oh, sir. Oh.
Rook is what? You have to see everything, not just one side. Okay. So b2 is still not hanging. Black plays d4. It looks scary for white, right? Black's pieces are coming down the board, the pawns especially.
But like, is it scary?
2 pawns up for white, but if that pawn gets to d2,
It's
it can be enough for a pawn. Is it enough for 2 pawns? But this pawn you can take now, right? So d4, the knight has to move. Yeah. Let's see where the knight moves. Knight went to c4, defending this. So black is not able to take now. If you want to take, he has to play d3.
Son is defending d2 as well. So,
Why should he defend d2?
because if the pawn comes there,
Oh,
then
if the pawn comes, you will take it. Huh? Okay.
yeah.
So here, black has choices. He can push the d pawn forward. Looks sensible. He can play something like queen f6 attacking the f pawn. D pawn is defended. D pawn is defended. It's fine, right? 2 pawns down, but these pawns give enough counterplay. So here, black decided to go e3, blasting open the position.
Sir,
So is it a good move or a bad move?
So it's good. It's a bad move.
How many of you believe it's a good move?
Achha, it's a good move.
You decide. How many of
So
you?
I'm thinking.
Those who are saying it's a good move, can you raise your hands? Okay. Those who are saying it's a bad move,
So I'm thinking.
then don't you need to say raise hand. If you're saying it's bad, please. Okay.
So it's not a good or a bad. I feel like it's an okay move.
Yeah.
How can it be okay? It's either good or bad. Either white is winning or black is winning. This is not a position where it's equal or draw. White is up 2 pawns, black is played e3. This can't be equal. You gotta choose a side.
Sir, it's.
If you're saying there's no attack,
Sir,
see 1 second. If you're saying there's 1 second. When I'm speaking, there is no need to interrupt. Wait, patience. So, if you're saying there is no attack, there is no danger, then white's 2 pawns up. It's not equal. If you're saying black's attack is dangerous, it's good, then black is winning or like better. It can't be in the balance.
So
What
can you
is?
say if it's a good move?
You need to first learn to be quiet. When I'm speaking, you need to learn to be quiet. You are not, so I'm not going to ask you. Ayun, what do you say?
Sir, I feel like it's an inaccuracy.
Inaccuracy. So you don't like the move. You're saying white's better.
By slightly.
Why slightly? White's 2 pawns up. Okay, so white's better slightly. What do you say, Ved? Who's winning? Black is better.
Sir,
Yes, Ashvik.
since I think white is kind of better.
Okay.
Slightly.
E3. White is better. Okay. Rajveer?
Sir, same.
Who is better? White. Okay. So those who are saying white is 1 second. Those who are saying white is better. After pawn, you're taking the pawn, right? You can't let them push forward, right? E2 is a fork. So
why
you
would
take,
you let them play that?
I take, and then what?
And then we still have E2.
I'm still threatening E2.
Yes.
So what do you do?
Okay, so that's how.
Stop moving. I'm not moving. Sir,
So takes.
What do my answering skill?
Takes. How am I going to stop E2? What's your next move for white?
Sir, rook e1.
Rook E1, yeah?
Which rook?
Sir, R
Which rook?
F e1.
No,
Yes,
sir, knight
please.
to D2.
Knight,
Knight to A3.
knight to E3, giving up a knight.
A3.
Oh, knight to A3, then pawn E2.
Sir, okay.
Yeah. See only one piece. If there are two defenders, Vihan won't see. You will see only one defender. Yes, Arun?
Sir, but actually I'm supporting for black, but I'm saying this that the white can capture the rook first.
Okay, rook takes. When one person is speaking this, what's this? Rook takes.
Rook to e1.
Rook to E1.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a nice idea.
If you play rook E1, what if after rook takes I take with the... Wait, if I take with the queen then you take the pawn. So rook takes, I have to take with the rook and then you play rook E1. And you're holding things together. Rajveer?
Sir, rook to E1.
Rook to E1. Then I take and take here. Yeah, it's possible for white to be fine. White has to just hold on. White played rook take.
No, sir, wait.
White played rook takes.
Sir,
1 second.
so
Yes, Ayun?
Sir, back to when the rooks were there.
What is the point? What do you want to say?
So, sir, why can't you play d rook to e1?
You can. Yeah, this rook is already active, so you can play this rook to E1. I believe then he'll just take the B2 pawn and then he's threatening bishop C3. So it's better to exchange one pair.
Take the e.
Oh, the E pawn hands, yeah? So then I'll have to play bishop. I'll push the pawn. So if you play this rook here, I'll push the pawn. What will you do?
Sir,
Then bishop D4 is coming, queen C5 is coming.
Then I'll play
Sir,
rook
king
to
F2.
King F2, your rook is hanging. Rook F2, no? Yeah, sure.
sir.
Your rook is hanging. Oh, yeah, rook is
No,
hanging.
sir, the rook is on e1.
Rook is on E1, I played E2.
Then king f.
I take this rook.
Sir, how
He's
can
playing this rook. He's playing the other rook. There were two rooks, right? He's playing the other rook to
Sir,
D.
I'm telling the other.
Okay, now let's focus forward. Let's go forward.
Wait, sir, there's
What happened? Yeah.
Sir, isn't there a 4 called f6?
Yeah, good point.
That's what I was telling.
White can play F6, but there is, let's see, he played F6. He played F6. So white is now winning a piece, isn't it? What happened? What's so funny? Doing a fork is funny. What happened? You saw 4, good for you. It's not a joke. It's a good move. So you found a good move, be happy, not laugh at the move. So again gone. Okay. Now, after pawn to F6, black plays E2. Now what? So now I'll give you 1 minute to think.
Sir,
1 minute to think. Learn to think, Ashvik. If you cannot think, you cannot play chess properly. First thing is learn to control yourself if you are a chess player. If you cannot control yourself, you cannot play chess. So learn to see what happens after you move, before you make your move. It's very tempting to play a move, but first understand what's going on. There is no need to raise hands. If you cannot think properly, I'm not going to ask you. Those who think and decide, I'm going to ask them. So I'm not going to ask Ashvik and Rajveer.
So white
Others,
play, right?
yeah, black has just played E2. What will you do for white is the question. Like you have to understand the position. What's happening? Is white winning, or is black winning? And what will white do? How many of you decided? Only 4 people. So I'll give some more time to think for everybody. Please keep your hand down.
Sir, black's move.
If you don't know what's happening right now, then I can't tell you anything. You need to learn to focus properly. Then what did you decide in 2 seconds? If you don't even know whose move it is. Let us ask Shaurya. Who is winning right now, Shaurya? What do you think of this position? White's winning. So what will you play for white?
So I move knight to. I move knight.
Sit properly.
I move knight to a5.
Knight to a5. I just take your rook.
So I take it with the.
You're down a rook, right? How is that winning for white if you're down a rook?
So
What? One second, patience. What logic is that? You're losing your rook for free and you're saying you're putting a knight in the corner, first of all. You're not even moving anywhere useful. You're putting it in the corner and you're saying white's winning. Based on what? The rook is hanging. Okay, let me ask 1 second. Ayun,
Sir, I feel like
please
it's,
keep your hand down.
I feel like white is better. Well, actually, black is better. Black is better.
What do you mean better? Better as in why is black better?
Because black's queen is more active.
The queen is hanging right now, no? So what are you going to
Also,
do?
black has a passed pawn, just like white.
See, this is not a position where you can consider this queen is more active than that queen. Positional factors go out the window. Tactics, calculation, there's a queen hanging, there's a rook hanging. This is not the time to say this rook is more active, that queen is more active. Doesn't matter. This is tactics time. No? You have to understand the position is dynamic, not where you can assess things one by one. Your queen is hanging. So how are you saying black is better?
So whose move is it? So sir.
You will understand.
So, sir, I'm saying that if white decides I'll take the queen, then black can't play rook to d1. Well, they can play rook to d1 because then if we promote to queen or rook, they'll block with the bishop
Then queen takes pawn.
and then they go to king to
Check, queen take bishop, checkmate. So you didn't calculate, that's a problem. You're saying if white takes, black will play rook d1. Then white's winning. Just new queen and then game over. So calculation is important here, not positional things. 1 second. Wait, let me ask Arav.
Sir,
Shaurya, you already answered, please keep your hand
Sir,
down.
white is winning because if the pawn takes the
Hmm.
rook takes and promotes.
Rook takes where?
I mean the pawn takes.
Pawn takes queen, what will black do?
If black plays pawn captures rook,
Pawn captures rook, yeah.
then we capture it by king.
And you're saying black is winning, is it?
No, white.
White's winning. So after pawn takes queen, what will black do, guys? Rajveer? Then white's winning, no?
So yes.
There is something black can do. You're not
Sir.
saying that. Vihan.
Sir, I got it. Sir,
Vihan.
if pawn takes the queen,
Huh.
then bishop will come on d4.
Bishop d4 and when king moves?
Then we'll take the pawn.
That is what you have to
We
see.
have to take the
So you have then you will listen. You have to see pawn takes queen, bishop d4. Don't go in a straight line. See, when you calculate, yeah, sure. When you calculate, you can calculate first the main line, which is takes.
Sir, first I was thinking.
When I am speaking, please don't interrupt. So when pawn takes queen, first thing to calculate is pawn takes back. Once you see that is winning for white, you cannot simply play pawn takes queen. Shaurya is getting negative points. 1 second, please move. I just told you, when I am speaking, do not interrupt. Did not it look like that I was speaking? You couldn't understand I was speaking, is it? So Shaurya loses 3 points, goes to 635. You need to learn to behave properly, Shaurya. I cannot tell again and again to every person here. So, if you see pawn takes is winning for white, still we can't play it. Because you have to keep looking for what can black do instead of pawn take. Is there anything for black? There is. White took the queen and got hit with, yes, Rayan, what happened?
Sir, rook to e8.
When you're down a queen now. The guy just took a queen, you're simply saving a rook and he's saying you okay. You're down a queen. He just moves rook and that's a queen down. Yes, Ahan?
So can you go back to the.
Yeah.
So after takes.
That's what was on the board just now.
Yeah.
Then why do you want to go back?
So so slip of tongue.
Okay, well, yeah. Everything is true. Pawn takes then.
So then after that, so rook d1.
Rook d1 promotes. We already saw that. Promotes. And then checkmate on f7. So, what happened in the game was pawn takes queen happened, and black simply played bishop d4, and white resigned. So things exploded after f6.
Sir,
Our
why
Ashwin
design
was
the
laughing after
two
playing
is
f6.
equally a checkmate itself?
Yeah, after playing f6 he was laughing, but now Lucy who's laughing. The black player is laughing. The player who got forked, and white just resigned here because king moves and it's done.
So you told that.
But
Sir,
it was actually winning for white. White was winning with
sir, knight to e3.
a take. Okay. Nothing changed. But white is still winning. White shouldn't have resigned. Aru.
Sir,
You only lost. Aru.
rook to f.
I just promote. Checkmate. Okay. Anyone else? No, Ved already got it.
Sir, that was the correct move.
Rook F2 promotes what is the
No,
correct
sir,
move.
knight e3.
Bishop takes.
Then rook blocks.
Rook blocks promotes.
Then
Checkmate.
queen comes to f1.
Sir,
One second. Then bishop takes rook. King has to move and then I take the queen.
sir.
So why can't the
Patient.
king? So why can't
Because there is a queen here, king can't take the bishop.
Oh.
The queen is sitting right here. So what Ved was saying was knight e3, bishop takes, and then rook f2. And then I just promote. He blocks with the queen, bishop takes, king moves, checkmate. So let's go back. Knight is here, pawn is here, rook is here. So white resigned in this position.
So the bishop was on
The
d4.
bishop.
Oh, bishop d4.
So what is the engine showing?
It doesn't matter what the engine is doing. Try to focus on one thing at a time. The important thing, which is finding the winning move. Are you doing that?
So I'm trying.
You're thinking about engine move, this, that. Focus on the position. I promote. Checkmate. Same line you are again and again repeating. If one person says something, try to understand that and then don't repeat the same move.
Isn't there only two? Rook to f2 and knight to e3.
No, there are three king moves, rook f2, knight e3. Three actual legal moves, out of which one is winning.
King h.
King h1 is winning. Calculate, Pranit, calculate. There is a win here for white. White shouldn't have resigned.
Sir, I got it.
Yeah, there are three legal moves. Of course, you can see that also. Vihan.
Sir, after knight goes to
E3.
e3, then
Bishop takes.
bishop takes, then move then move your king.
Move the king. I take your rook.
Then queen.
Queen takes, that's it. So knight e3 is the correct move. White should have just played knight e3.
But instead there is
He resigned. The point is, after bishop takes, Ahan is getting -3 as well. So bishop takes. After bishop takes, king just moves. Why rook f2? Just move the king. And white's a rook queen up. If pawn takes, the queen is going to take back.
Sir, and there is a checkmate right over there.
Yeah, rook is hanging. So he will take
And there is
here.
also a checkmate.
He will take 1 second. He'll take here and then queen will take back.
And he's lost.
And white's up a queen. Rook is hanging. And the pawn is good enough. Yeah, it's very
And
pretty
so
good.
that way he's also having two past four.
Yeah, so it's completely winning. So he just thought the king has to move and then checkmate, but knight e3 was there. Yes, Rajveer?
I'll play bishop to f2.
You can play bishop f2, but I'll take your rook and then I'll take your bishop also. The tricks won't work with decent opponents. Tricks. If the trick works, then play it. If it's a trick that doesn't work, don't play it. Just because it's a trick. That
So
is just a
simple
bad
logic.
move. Yeah, it's just a bad move because nobody's going to play queen take bishop. If they play queen take bishop, of course you'll be very happy to play that, but still queen can block. So it's still winning for white, but yeah.
And so then after that we'll just promote.
Yeah, so this was an example
We
of
can't promote.
premature resignation.